Hello, ladles and jelly spoons. Welcome back to the Jamming Child podcast. That's right, we've gone back to bi-weekly. But listen, there's reasons for it. We're busy, etc., etc. We're also doing this in one take, so if there's anything weird in this episode that sounds like it should have been edited out, like that, you're right, it should have been. Anyway, here's my host, co-host, Mirdo.
That's me! I'm Mirdo!
And my other co-host, Cat Licking Butthole.
Yo, let's go, my favorite.
Morty, could you time that any worse? He went in extra hard. Anyway, we've got the usual stuff to do with the podcast today. We've got some new stuff. We've got the two online tournament roundups. One is a challenge, one is a cup. That's right, we do levels to these tournaments. It's insane. And then we've got a bit of a wrap-up about what our year has been like. Murder, don't ever do that again. I originally thought we were going to do just the season so far. Murder said we should start from the year, so we're going to go from January and go forward. So if you want to hear what it's like to be an okay Pokemon player and a terrible Pokemon player, you've come to the right podcast.
And also what's going on in our lives. The year was long, wasn't it? It was like 12 months.
The year was long. Anyway, let's do some breaking news, Murdo. We can do breaking news. You ready? I'm gonna hit the Showtime scene. Boom! That's some breaking news right there, chat. Prize Pack Series 8 to release in January. Full set list revealed. Yep. This is from PokeBeach, as all our news articles will be, because they're just the best site for showing this stuff. Prize Pack Series 8 will release at participating Pokemon Leagues on January 1st. The booster packs will introduce cards from Destined Rivals, Black Bolt, White Flare, and Mega Evolution. They are a little bit more unique looking than before, I'd say, even though you can't currently see that, chat, because of where the thing's placed.
The pack design is quite different this time, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more neutered, I'd say. It's not quite as interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't mind it. I like the Green Day shows, but yeah, I'm really the card list is quite weird. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in there that I'm very happy they included. The omissions are a bit weird. Like, we have Lilies. Like, it's such a weird mix because it's a lot of cool stuff, and then there's so much weird stuff in there, like so many trainers ones. Like there's an Arven's Mabosstiff in there, which I've never seen anyone play. Like, you see people play Hops occasionally, but I've never seen anyone play Arvens.
For those of you
there's like so many Iono stuff in there, which I mean, fine. But then there's also all the Mega stuff in there. So it's like a lot of Journey Together. It's a lot of Distant Rivals, and then there's Mega Evolve. But the omissions are weird to me because it's missing Psyduck, which I thought they put in absolutely, because obviously it's only in the blister packs right now.
Doesn't make sense.
And also, and Hilda is also a weird omission, I think.
But they have included a very important card to me, and that is, of course, Surfing Beach, which enables the BDIF, which of course is Palafin. Because we all know. Also importantly, we've got N's PP up, so that joke can continue. Precious Trolley, let's ring and go. We love that.
Also, how dare they put in Surfing Beach for me, but then not put in Holo, only non-Holo? But thank God we get Holo Team Rocket's Factory. I'm really excited about that.
I mean, Team Rocket's deck might become good one day. We also have Lunatone. Do we have Solrock?
We have Solrock and Lunatone, yes. And they're both in the Holo versions as well, which is cool.
I can see Lunatone, I couldn't see it there.
There it is. Yeah, no, that's definitely cool. Shaman's in there. I forget if Shaman was in the previous one as well. Shaman's non-holo, which is a weird one, because that's, again, a card that's actually played.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a couple of weird ones in there, as is always, but like the omissions definitely are a bit weird. But we have the Lilies in there, which is cool. Lilies, what's his face?
Determination.
The supporter Determination. That's one. Not Lilies with Bombay. Don't give me more of those. I have so many.
We've got Lily's Pearl as well, importantly.
Oh yeah. Postwick as well. My God.
Ooh, strange timepiece.
I mean, that's a cool one, I guess, but also not hollow again. Like, whatever. But yeah, I'm happy that they're keeping it going through the Mega Evolution cycle, because I was a bit worried that they might like stop doing that and switch to something else, because they tend to kind of have a thing and then only do it in one of the cycles and then don't carry it over. So I very much enjoy the prize packs, and I'm glad they keep doing it. I know people want the placement cards back, But I don't know. I as somebody who lived through those, I can't say, like, it's a cool idea, but I don't know. I don't feel like they're that useful, I guess.
They have...
It's cooler for casual players, I guess.
Ethan's, Quilava, and Typhlosion, but not Cyndaquil.
Yes. Yes. Also, yes.
All right. So if you weren't aware, by the way, if you're watching the video version of this podcast, the screen is up. I have had to awkwardly resize it, but you can see it. Okay, so on to the next story. We have more Ascended Heroes cards revealed. We're going to talk about 4 of these. Most importantly, the reprinted Boss's Orders, which has Corbo on it.
He's hot.
The fan base of Corbo is going crazy, and I've had to mute so many people on Twitter because...
Really?
Oh my god. Yeah.
People are so down, so bad.
It's Corbo, and it was something else that popped up recently as well. It's just like, oh my god, this, and it's just constant. I'm like, oh my god, shut up, we get it.
He's a good design.
We have Mega Meganium EX, which is a fantastic little grass type Pokemon. It's actually quite big, hence the Mega. It has the attack Giant Bouquet, 3 colorless energy, 70 plus damage. This attack does 50 more damage for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. Note, it says energy and not energy card. So if you're using the Meganium that doubles the amount of energy you get from each grass energy card, then that hits for 100 more damage for each card attached, which is pretty good. You can't really hate on that now. It's going to be... You can, yes, but you shouldn't. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to set up. I can definitely see a Teal Mask Ogerpon with a energy switch build going on with this.
Yeah.
Maybe
you have to.
Maybe we put Mega Venusaur in this as well. I would, because I love Mega.
Oh, stage 2s.
Because I love Mega Venusaur, but we're literally running one of the best decks in format right now. Has 3 stage 2s in it. Yes, Charizard, Pidgeot, Dusknoir. Calm down. Anyway,
I was thinking of the other one. Anyway, I mean, yeah, maybe that's something. It's definitely the only starter that I see going anywhere. Spoiler alert.
I don't necessarily agree with that. We have Mega Feraligatr, which has Mortal Crunch for thumb damage. Water colorless. I'm kidding, it's 200 plus. When it first got revealed, there was a thumb over the 200 damage, and everyone referred to it as thumb damage, which I thought was one of the very few times Pokemon Twitter has been funny. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this type does 200 more damage. So if you've got a Monkey Dory, you can just some damage over to your opponent. You're doing 400 damage to that Pokemon. Thoughts, feelings, Mirdo? Why are we doing 400 damage?
Because it wouldn't be even considered to be anything if it only did 300. And it's also not good with 400. So,
I mean, it's not good in current circumstances, but we do have to bear in mind water always gets some energy acceleration eventually. Like, the entire time I've been playing, water has had acceleration.
I mean, if we get something like Melanie back, for example, or if you don't remember, that was attach water energy from the discard to an, at the time, V Pokemon, and you draw 3. Mm-hmm. If you get something like that back, maybe, or a water patch, we had those as well, the item card.
Aqua patch.
Aqua patch? It's literally water patch in the German, so that's why I said water patch.
It's very funny that, like, for me, for the English cards, only Dark Patches had just, like, the name of the energy. Because you've got Aqua Patch, you've had Wondrous. Is it Wondrous Patch now for the Psychic? It's
something like that.
Why did Dark not get something special, like Night Patch or something?
The Night Patch.
The Night Patch.
But yeah, it's, I mean, right now I don't see it happening, at least in current meta. Like, this will be dropping into No, we'll have it before rotation if it's in the special set.
It's coming out in Ascended Heroes.
Yeah, but after that, there might be a much different story. But right now I'm not seeing it.
Okay, and finally, but I forgot to say, Meganium, of course, does have the. Would it be called Branching Evolution if there's 2 evolutions? It does have, Branching Evolution. So, non-Meganium and Meganium EX. The other Pokemon that has a very good version of that is Mega Emboar EX. I say very good, Mirdo doesn't agree. But the Baby Emboar lets you do what Baxcalibur does right now with Fire Energy. The Mega Emboar EX, 380 HP, so it is the chunkiest one of them all. 2 Fire, 1 Colorless for Crimson Blast for 320. This Pokemon also does 60 damage to itself. So, immediately we're taking ourselves down to 320 health. which is like not insurmountable currently. Like, it's not good now for sure. Whether we see a better way for it next time.
Now that you talked about the Meganium with the branching thing, and Embor also has a branching thing that has a synergy. They both have good synergy. I mean, it's a huge amount of damage, but yeah, as you say, it goes down to 320, which isn't as insurmountable as 380 is.
Yeah.
It's a stage 3. Not stage 3. It's a free price card. I mean,
yeah.
So that's bad. Yeah, I think there's a world where you play this with like Dark Energy and Monkidori. But then again, you need to like live a turn.
The dumb thing about Mega Embor though is like, yes, you could run it with Embor and accelerate that energy, but if you've got Mega Embor EX up, you can just use Oricorio for the same thing. Like,
yeah,
which is just easier to put down.
Yeah, true. But and then we're also talking about the. I mean, the difference is that the normal Embor isn't a 2-prizer, but yeah. But if we're talking about, but then also what we're talking about again is the draw engine missing, not really much being there. So yeah, I think the strongest, or like the one with the most immediate maybe, is Meganium, definitely.
Yep.
I think Future, definitely there's something there with for Alligator. Especially because again with the non-EX evolution also has a bit of a synergy with the because it does damage to itself.
Oh, damage yourself, then Monkidori the damage. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
yes. So you have a bit of an easier way to get to that point where you can swing for 400. Obviously, you don't always need to swing for 400. I think if you have the 200, maybe you play Max Bell, then you can swing for 250.
Possibly.
Then you're still not hitting Goldengo for knockout. Probably not.
Goldengo's rotating. Who cares?
Is it? Oh yeah. I need new personality, huh? God.
Do you know what I was thinking about this the other day? Like, we haven't had a joke for a while about like what are the X players going to do when the card rotates. We've got God of War going, which is hilarious. We've got Goldengo going. We've got Charizard. Dragon Balls the only one sticking around for another year. So
I mean, I think the thing with Guardies as well, it goes away and it doesn't, because like I think once the EX Gardevoir is gone, we're gonna see Mega Gardevoir happening.
I don't like the argument that like God of War isn't going, because it is. It's the we talk about we talk about the current iteration, like
the archetype is going.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new version of it, which I think is gonna be interesting. They're definitely giving it like a good amount of support as well, which doesn't. I don't know. I do a lot of. We talked about this before, but I do a lot of future thinking with decks, and I'm like, okay, I can see where some of these decks are going. Like Mega Lucario is going to be good once it can be played properly. Mega Charizard, X and Y together are going to be good when they can be played. God of War EX Mega is going to be good when they can be played. Like they've already got all their support in place right now to be good to decent to great decks. It's just current, decks gatekeep that quite a lot. You got Goldengo still, you got Ceruledge, it sticks around, but it's still a bit of a finicky deck, I'd say. Raging Bolt's pseudo gone, like it exists, but like we lose Sada, so that doesn't really exist.
That's gone.
You can still run it as a Crispin Teal Mask deck, but it's a bit awkward.
You could, but why would you?
I mean, I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying you could. And finally, the most important thing off this page is, of course, this Psyduck. Chat, we're going to
there's a new...
We're going to take a moment to take in this Psyduck. And
it's very cool, I like it.
Moisturized, unbothered, staying in its lane, damp. Perfect.
Damp.
And finally...
We are missing one card.
Go on.
How very dare you. Larry's the Dunsparce EX. Cramorant VMAX is back with a vengeance.
Is it on this
Flip
list?
A coin. Flip a coin for every energy. 80 per heads. This is my boy is back. Cramorant VMAX, as I live and breathe. We are so back. Gamers. And it has Larry on it. He wears a suit just like me. This card is made for me and also my friend Ross, who's my only friend that plays the card game from England, because Liam just forgot about the Dunsparce, so he's not my friend anymore.
I don't care. Finally, the last news story that we didn't cover last week. Yeah, last week is Perfect Order English set to release in March, featuring Mega Zygarde EX. This is going to be our rotation set. Mirdo was like, if you say so. It's been confirmed that it is rotation set. So it will be out on March 27th, which is Friday. It is it? I forget how I knew it was rotation. It was something to do with when regionals fall in place. But anyway, based on the name, our set will obviously include Mega Zygarde, the Order Pokemon from Japan's Munikis Zero set. Munikis. It will release on January 23rd. Our set will also include the Mega Gallade EX product releasing on the same day. So, Mirdo, you know how it's a bit of a behind the scenes for chat. Remember how I said, hopefully, Japan will have the set out before Birmingham Regionals so I can make proxies so we can play the new cards?
Yes.
We're not going to get to do that. It comes out on January 23rd when we're getting ready for Birmingham. If it was the week before, I could do it, but that's so annoying.
That sucks.
Our set will also include the Mega Gallade EX product releasing on the same day, which we don't know about. I don't think. Let me just double check that while I right click. No, it's not been confirmed. We don't know what the Zygarde does yet either. Perfect Order might also include Japan's Ninja Spinner set featuring Mega Greninja EX. Told you, which releases on March 13th. So I think that's going to be. I think March 13th might be a bit too close to put into one set, but I might be wrong. I mean, they've done it before. We had it with Obsidian Flames was also ruler of the Obsidian Crimson Flame or something like that. That came out like a week before our version did, and that's the last time we had a set that close together and release. But yeah, so we've got that confirmed. So that will be our Perfect Order will be our rotation set. It's coming out at the end of March. That is the next set to come out after Ascended Heroes in January. So we've got a 2-month gap. And yeah, Japan will just have like these cards 2 months in advance again. But I think they have rotation in January as well. So we should see some good decks coming out of this that will then like improve the week before. We might get those cards in the next set. Until we've got it confirmed, we don't know. But we can at least see the Munikis Zero cards, hopefully, starting next month. So that's something, Mirdo.
It is something.
How do you feel about Mega Zygarde?
In the game?
No. Yeah, why not? Whatever. How do you feel? Mirdo, how do you feel about Zygarde? Just generally. Start from when you first met him in Pokemon X and Y. How has your relationship developed with Zygarde?
I used to play the Zygarde EX deck, GX, back in, let's say, 2019, 2018.
Okay.
I played it into the UIC that year. That was in Berlin, I'm pretty sure. And I did it to counter the Pika-ROM deck, and then I ran into all the decks that aren't Pika-ROM, and then I was sad, and I lost.
That sounds about right.
No, I like Zygarde. Zygarde's a cool guy. I like the idea with all the different forms it has, and the Mega one is definitely interesting. So we'll see what it does because it's in the games. Not gonna like spoil anything, but like I'm expecting it to be like high energy cost, very high damage, very very devastating like effect, and then like discard everything. That's kind of what I'm expecting.
You expect it to be exciting, which worries me because Pokemon don't do exciting. Cool. Right, let's move on to the monthly challenge and the Quarter Cup that took place recently in online tournaments. All the names and deck lists are there. Mirdo, I will go through the top curtain. If there's anything you would like to talk about, we can do. Otherwise, we can, zip through this section pretty quickly. So, zip. Jester's monthly challenge. That was. I'm gonna have to like change all these sets up as well, all these tournaments, because they're all the same at this stage. They're all 7 rounds, then ASIM top cut. I need to start making adjustments so it's not like that. Anyway, we have Slowking winning the whole thing. Second place was Kangaskhan Bouffalant. Third place was Festival Lead. Fourth place was Dragapult Dustoir. Fifth place was Absolbox. Sixth and seventh place was Charizard Noctowl. Eighth place was Slacking. Ninth was Cerulege. 10th was God of War Jellicent. 11th was Charizard Pidgeot. I don't know why I forgot who that was then. 12th was another Absolbox, and 13th was Cerulege.
I might need to enter these tournaments because how the hell is Slowbro winning these?
It's not, it's Slowking. And it was Alakazam recently as well. Like the single price deck seemed to rule these tournaments.
Yeah, but Alakazam, there's like precedent there for it to have results.
Okay.
Slowking. We can ask my friend Marius. about how that went for him in the Gdansk.
Yeah, Slowking is a very interesting one to have in.
I mean, congratulations, obviously. Like, I'm being a bit mean.
So their run was from first to finals: Zoroark, Ho-Oh, Armarouge, Dragapult, Dust Noir. Sorry, so win against Zoroark, lost against Ho-Oh, Armarouge, win against Dragapult, Dust Noir, tie against Charizard, Noctowl. Then 3 wins against Pidgeot, Mega Lucario, and other, which looks like a control-ish list.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being a dick, obviously. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they know their deck well and played it well. I mean, we had like an Elite Cup in the finals. We had a Mega Manetric one, so like, sometimes you just kind of pick the right deck for the right tournament. Sometimes you just it just runs well, you know.
And to finish that off,
or like you play the deck
in a sim top cut, they beat Ceruledge, Slacking, Dragapult, Dust Noir, and Kangaskhan Bouffalon. The Slacking one is very funny because they just can't attack single prize decks. Like their ability says you have to attack. So I don't know if they ran Team Rocket's Watchtower just in case to cover that, and they did. But no bueno on that one. And onto the Quarter Cup, we had a 15 ASIM. And you're going to like what came 15th Mirdo. So winning that was Flareon Noctowl. Second was Goldengo Lunatone. Third was Dragapult Dust Noir. Fourth was Lucario, Mega Lucario. Fifth and sixth was Toxbox. Big fan of that. Oh. Seventh was Charizard. Eighth was Goldengo Typhlosion. Oh. Ninth was Dragapult Dust Noir. 10th was Goldengo Lunatone. 11th was God of War Jellicent. 12th was Dragapult Dust Noir. 13th, God of War Jellicent. 14th, the same player who won last week, Slowking. Ran it back. And 15th and last, unfortunately, the GOAT, the PDIF, Palafin EX.
Let's go.
we got to watch them twice on stream. So what I've been doing now is like spectating other people's streams and commentating over them a little bit more. And we got to see Palafin from the other side earlier on, and it was so fun to watch. Like, it was ridiculous. We were talking about it, and like, it was like missing 10 damage to take the knockout Palafin. They need to do that. Like, we were cheering for our spectated at that point. But PH was very kind and made sure to share their screen for their match in Top Cut, hoping they'd go further, to be fair, but the deck did not perform, unfortunately. But it did well to get that far, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I will say, famous Mirdo shout out. Because I believe the 8th place Goldengo Typhlosion list was my boy X Quadrat, which is the person that got top 64 or 32, I forgot, in Stuttgart, who I recently found on Twitter and was like, hey, congratulations, I played the deck. Because if you guys don't remember, I played the Goldengo Typhlosion in the beginning of the season, won 3 cups in a row with it. Not in a row, but won 3 cups with it. And so I'm pretty happy to see it have some results. The guy got really, really lucky, though, because out of 14 rounds, he hit 8 Goldengos. And obviously that deck is made for the mirror. The deck is basically...
I swear a pen. Carry on.
How dare you? I just want to pause for a fact. I'm pretty happy the deck did really well. Seems to be a very nice guy, and I think a friend of mine said it might be a call for Stuttgart, and I was like, nah, because like the problem with the build is like if you run into Dengo, it's awesome. But the problem is because of how big that engine is. You basically take a hit into every other matchup. Like every other matchup is worse. Not like a lot worse, but worse. That's like why I was very hesitant on taking it.
I think it's something that gets talked about with like a lot of decks as well. It's like, you can certainly tech for like a matchup if you're worried about it. But like if you do, especially if it's a match you're generally going to lose anyway, like maybe you put a tech in or two to like fix that matchup, but then you make your deck like less consistent against other matchups. It's better just to accept the loss, kind of thing.
That's definitely a point. Absolutely. So they came 62nd. Yeah, they just hit like a ridiculous amount of in day one they hit 5 Goldengos, which is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it was most played, but still, like, statistically speaking, that's insane.
Oh yeah.
They managed to beat Mega Kangaskhan, but lost against Lopunny, which is not really a matchup you lose with Dingo usually.
Mm-hmm.
And they also lost to Dragapult Dusknoir, which always can happen. It's fine.
I've been told the way Dust Bunny wins that matchup, the same as it does with like any other setup deck, is it literally just board wipes. Like,
oh yeah,
that's all it can do. Like, get as many Dusknoir down as possible and just like wipe the board, kind of thing. Which is
that's
high risk, high reward kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm happy that it did well both in the regional and also in your tournament as well. And I might need to clean house next time. We'll see.
All right, we are going to move on to what happened with our seasons. Well, no, what we'll do is we'll start off with the year. We'll kind of go month by month. Murdo's got a lot more than I have. So, Murdo, I'm going to do like my month and then the next month. And then you just like lead the way from there for me because you know more what's going on. Like I said, we are kind of like recording this so we don't have to edit too much because we're recording on a Wednesday rather than Tuesday. So I'd like to get this out Thursday morning if I can because we've got breaking news. So I'm going to start things off.
At this point is not going to be breaking anymore, but
breaking-ish. Anyway, we're going to start off with my first tournament in January of 2025, and that was the Birmingham Pokemon Regional Championships 2025. Now, before this happened, I, as you can see, played Dragapult Ironthorns, and it was a fun deck. I did enjoy playing it, and I actually took it to a League Cup before and a challenge and locals. Not like I played the hell. One thing I did with my season, like not including this year, but like and last year, I played the hell out of the decks that I was playing, which is something I wasn't very good at my first season or two. I took it a lot more seriously last year, and I didn't really do me any better, to be honest. Anyway, Lost Vacuum, I miss you so much. Anyway, so I played Ironthorns at Dragapult, and it did really well. I got second place in one tournament, and I did well, generally speaking. I could probably bring up my results, but I'm not going to bother. We're just going to look at these for now. And yeah, chat, you're not going to believe the run that I went on. Let me try and get the matches. Here we go. Oh, I can't show it properly because it's not on screen properly. Ah, help! I'm clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. Chat, you may notice right there that there's 3 decks in a row that I played against. And those decks were Lost Box. Lost Box haunted me the entire last season, but especially in this tournament, because the deck was built to beat the meta. It's an anti-meta deck, and Murdo pointed out that I was playing an anti-meta deck again at the moment with Kangaskhan Cones, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gravitating to anti-meta decks. What is wrong with me? Anyway, as you can see... Lost Box, lost. Lost Box, lost. Lost Box, won? The only reason I won that is because I had to play really weirdly with like just 2 Ironthorns in play because I could never get Precious Trolley going, and they just managed to break... No, they shuffled in off an Iono in game 2 after they won game 1, and then I won game 3 because they bricked and I just went double Thorns and just did as much as I could. It was horrific. It was such a horrible tournament. I went 2-4, which is probably my worst result I've ever had. And as you can see, it was built to beat the meta, i.e. Regidrago. And I couldn't even do that. Like, the deck just wouldn't function for me at all. So it was disappointing because I really enjoyed the deck. Like I said, it got good results for me early on. But yeah, just not good. Won against Goldango, which, again, it was kind of built to beat Goldango. And then lost to a Roaring Moon, which was like Roaring Moon, but also part Ancient Box, which caught me out. And, I was still X3 at that point, so I'm like, I'm playing for points. As soon as that guy beat me, I was like, thank you for freeing me. I just dropped out and just waited for everybody else to finish their games, so... Yeah,
you were so tilted, and you also, I don't think you felt that great that day.
I don't feel... That was also a recurring theme. I kept being ill during tournaments, and I don't really know why. But yeah, so Murdo, we can move on to yours. And you also have Birmingham, which went 6-3-3.
Yeah, so Birmingham was a weird one because we flew in on the Friday. Me, Marius, and Nico. Do you have a Nico? And I felt not great. Felt pretty sick. The boys went to Nando's the day before. On the Friday, I stayed home because I didn't feel great. Continued to not feel great. Threw up a little bit on the way to the venue, which is fun. No, not on the way to the venue. In the housing still, but it wasn't actual throw up. It was only a bit of water, so it's fine.
That's great.
I was fine. That's what they pay me the big bucks for. But yeah, so this was the last tournament. I took my pet deck to Chempao with Palkia. And I managed to get day 2. Both me and Nico from the house got day 2. I believe Marius. I believe that was the day when he played that weird Excalibur with Goldengo and Iron Hands deck. That might be the tournament where that happened. I can look into it real quick. But yeah, I managed day 2, but only because the lovely Adam in round 8, because he said that he didn't want to drive down from Manchester again for day 2, so he gave me the win. No, so I didn't lose. We were just at a tie, basically, and we couldn't resolve it really that well because, like, it was a really weird board state. I didn't have, like, many resources left. He didn't, like, we couldn't really figure out who would win, so he was like, you can have it. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. So yeah, day 2 didn't go super great because then my deck choice kind of caught up with me because it wasn't really good deck choice at the time. But I think I was one of 2 Chempaos in day 2, and I believe the better one at the end in standings. I'm not sure if that's true. Yeah, I think I managed, does it say on the side? Yeah, 238. So I didn't bubble out of 256. Got some good points, got some packs, I think. Am I right? Yeah, that was not my finest tournament weekend. Also because Liam was so pissed. We didn't have that much. We didn't spend that much time together. We wanted to go to that big place next to the venue where there's like a bunch of restaurants, but we didn't really, for some reason, we didn't expect that to be booked out and or full on the day.
Yeah.
For some reason. And we were really like surprised Pikachu face that we couldn't find a space there. What? Like a tournament with 2,000 people is going to have that overfilled?
Not everybody's going to go out for food because there's children, but also like it had tons of restaurants. Like the fact they were all full
it's
was
huge.
insane.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, but then again, like how many places are there? How many seats are there in a restaurant? Like 100, 120?
Who knows?
200 maybe. But yeah, yeah. Birmingham was definitely a weird one because that was also one where we flew in, flew back. We stayed at the what do you call it? At the airport, basically. Because we had the tournament, we had the hotel right next to the airport, and yeah, I think personally in January that wasn't too exciting. I think I was definitely at a bit of an impasse with Pokemon at that point, where I was like in a deck crisis, didn't really know what to play, so I just picked what I felt comfortable with and had a result with it. And I believe that might have been the last time I was able to play it. Maybe not the last time I was able to play it, but last time I played it for a major at least. My beloved.
Okay, we're on to February, which had EUIC in it. That stands for European Union International Championships.
That's so true.
It's not though, is it, Mirdo? I wish it was. We had I played Arcaladon, which was again kind of an anti-meta choice.
Yeah.
You're noticing a theme here, chat.
Yeah. You always pick the decks where like good into into like the big bads, and then bad into like all the weird stuff and into like another big bad.
But it was such a fun deck. I really enjoyed playing this deck. Yeah. I genuinely had some good times with this deck. Black Belt's Training, my beloved. I did so much work with that card. It was ridiculous. Anyway, it actually started off fairly well, which was upsetting because of how it ended. So the first game was against an Okidogi deck, which was Okidogi EX, not the single prize. They recognized me from Twitter as well, which was quite funny. So I had a good chat with them.
Yeah.
Next up was
I get that a couple of times now as well.
Next up was Palkia. Then I played against Clorf and beat that. Very happy about that. Beat Laura Takeda, the partner of Tamao Takeda, who is absolutely lovely. Love playing her. I think I played Arcaladon at a cup before EYC, and she beat me there. And then I managed to return the favor at this. That was pretty good. So 3-1, not feeling too bad. Next game was Gouging Fire. So we're now 3-1-1. Not feeling too bad. Then I hit Snorlax, which actually isn't a bad matchup unless they're playing Tex for Arcaladon, like Cornerstone. They played Cornerstone and Mimikyu, which was just an absolute nightmare for my deck. If it's 4 Snorlax like it often used to be, it's not a bad matchup at all. Like, it's relatively easy, actually. But the fact they went Cornerstone and a Mimikyu, it was just nightmarish. It was so bad. On top of that, I then hit 2 God of War, which is my worst matchup. And it was just so frustrating as well, because, like, I was, like I said, doing really well there. I could afford the second loss. I was like, that's cool. Just got to do 2 more. Feeling pretty confident still. Loving the deck. And then, yeah, double God of War back to back. Having Turo scenario when they need it. Because you can't do more than 220 damage in a turn. Or 260. You're never knocking out a God of War. So, yeah, just tapered out. And, unfortunately, ended my run there at 3-4-1. Mirdo, how was your EYC as I click on the screen and show everybody?
EYC was weird, dude. USC, I had like a week vacation pretty much. Spent a week in a nice hotel with my then friend, now partner, Salem. So
Shout
funny
out.
how that does that. Shout out. Hi, love you.
Cringe.
Hi, honey.
Stop posting cringe.
Never. How dare you? I will be cringe and free at the same time. I will have my cake and eat it too. Anyway. Also, I don't think if you don't like cringe, you're not gonna click on this. So you're not gonna watch this. I don't think.
No, I didn't realize we played the same person. We both played the same person playing Cloth.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's
That's so funny.
Yo, Greg from France. Let's go. Which round did you play them?
Oh wait, no, I didn't. But I recognize the name.
Ah.
Why do I know that?
Maybe
name?
you played him at a different tournament.
Possibly, yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Anyway.
I apologize.
Yeah. So yeah, spent a week in London. Was really nice. Again, a bit of a deck crisis time. I have now switched off from Gem Power because it was objectively a bad time, because I think around this time Badoo came out. I believe that might be right. So I definitely decided not to play Gem Power anymore. I went for Dragapult Dusknoir, which is the deck I chose for a couple of tournaments after that as well. Went same 60 with another friend, Dominic. We both did kind of mediocre, unfortunately. So I started the tournament 0-2, which, isn't great. Then I played against somebody who played Alakazam. Not that Alakazam EX back then, because the other one wasn't a thing yet. Which was very nice, because I think I destroyed him 1-0, and then they went, oh, I really have to pee, you can have the win. So that was interesting.
I like how you also had like a weird deck that you got like just Destruction win on, like I did at Lille, because I had Blissey. I had Blissey EX playing Raging Bolt. I'm like, this is free. Yeah.
Then I beat a Snorlax, which felt really rewarding. It's not a bad matchup necessarily for if you play Dusknoir. But yeah, it feels pretty, like I had a lot of practice with my friends who play a lot of Snorlax at the time. So it always feels good when you can outplay like one of these stall control decks. It feels cool. In the end, I played against somebody with a top, like in the last round, I played against somebody with like a top 8 mat or something. I was like, what the hell? Turns out they said it was a senior mat, or like was it even a finalist mat? I'm not sure. But yeah, like a big one. I was like, oh god. But yeah, I think they said it was senior or junior mat. I believe it was this first year in Masters, something. I don't know. I checked on how they did after that, and they played Utrecht, went day 2 and got a 4-1-7, which is a really interesting scoreline. Yeah. No, but yeah, nice person. I had really nice people all around. The person in round 6 that knocked me out, unfortunately, with Lost Box, drew the absolute nuts, so that felt bad. But I think we added each other on Twitter, so that's cool. EOC was nice. I really enjoyed London. I think it's a pretty town if you have the time to explore it a little bit. And we had like a week to go around and be a bit gay and all that stuff. So that was good.
We did our typical thing that has become weird EUIC tradition, where we went out for Lebanese food as well.
Yes. We went to that Lebanese place on the corner of the...
Which wasn't... I kept saying it was Turkish, and I was like, no, it's Lebanese. Yeah. I'm like, god damn it, why am I so bad with these things?
and Kaya called me a prey animal, so that was...
She did, yeah. Kaya was very mean to you. Oh yeah. All right, Mirdo, we're on to March, and you went to Stockholm. Tell us about Stockholm.
Yeah. So basically, it was a weird one because I scored quite well at the previous regionals, so I was like, after EIC, I was like, god, I like, because EIC bombed so much, and I didn't even get like top 2028 points. I was like, well, without EIC points, I'm probably not gonna make it to Worlds, and so I was really back and forth about going to Stockholm at all, because I already booked the ticket, but I didn't book my flight and my hotel and all that stuff. But then I was like, okay, if we're going, whatever. I just kind of went. I probably shouldn't have in hindsight.
So you played Dragon Dust Noir again?
Yeah, I played Dragonbolt again. Yeah. Because that felt like, because it feels like the best deck at that point. But yeah. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. I just can't really get a good result, like a proper result with it, and that's very frustrating.
I completely forgot you played Dragonbolt Dust Noir so much, because it completely blindsided me when you played it like later in the year. I was like, what the hell are you playing? Oh, yeah. You're not a Dragonbolt Dust Noir player. I completely wiped from my mind that you played it for like 2 months.
Yeah. I played it for quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just never really, like, I just always did okay at all the tournaments. Like, I don't know why. I don't really understand it. I really enjoyed Stockholm. Stockholm is a very nice city. That was the first time as well that I traveled all by my own. So I didn't stay with anybody. I just had a room to myself. Didn't fly with anybody. Didn't travel with anybody. Like, I met up with some people here and there, but like, didn't really, like, I was pretty much on my own. So that felt pretty cool in a different way, because you really get to like just be on your own and reflect a little bit, and also just explore this place, because a lot of times at the regionals, I think I had like an extra day or something, but a lot of times at the regionals, you just kind of go there, play a tournament, then you leave again. It was nice to have a little bit of time and to just be able to be on your own, because it's like, if you travel with 4 people, like, all having the same energy and like want to do something and like going out is impossible. So most of the time, if you arrive at the place, you're going to get your badge, you're going to go into your room, and then you're going to maybe play a couple of games, get food, and then you're all going to watch stupid memes until 3 a.m. and then you will be tired at the next day, maybe.
Unless you are at a German regional and then you watch Burnt Das Brot.
Yeah, das ist good.
Sorry, a second cat has hit my desk.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I said, really nice place, really cool people in Stockholm. A bit expensive. Stockholm's a pretty expensive town. Sweden in general, but like, yeah.
I feel like it's like global traveling Pokemon players. Poland and Sweden balance each other out a little bit.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But then again, in Poland, you spent more money. Like you do, like if you were as frugal as you are in Sweden, you would be spending even less. But you're not. So it kind of the fact that Poland is like, for example, if I would be traveling by train and tram in Gdansk, it would be even cheaper. But I'm taking the fucking Ubers because it's relatively cheap to do in Poland.
Yeah,
but
I get that.
It's about as expensive as a tram in Sweden, for example.
Yeah,
or even more expensive in total. But whatever. That's a different. It's a weird perspective thing, definitely. Like it's a very weird perspective thing. But yeah. So for my tournament, started really funny because I sat down and I was like, oh, my opponent isn't turning up. And I get into chatting with the 2 next to me, and I'm like, oh, my opponent is Lithuanian, not Lithuanian, Latvian. And he's like, oh, that's weird. There's only like 4 of us. And then I show him like, yeah, it's this guy. And then he's like, oh, that's me. Oh, so he gets up and sits down across from me. So yeah, very nice guy. Very bad matchup, I think, at the time with Armor Rouge. I believe at Ceruledge. At that time, really bad matchup. But I think I win a game because he just completely doesn't misplay and hands me the game. I think it could have been like I believe I was pretty happy with the tie at the time. Won against the Clove. Then I played against our boy Lukas. Shout out. Also with the Snorlax again. I think he hit something with the. I think I almost had him, and then I think he hit me with the Erica's Invitation or something like that. I don't know. Some card like that I maybe could have played around, but not really. And like there was like one too many gusts or something like that. Lost against Goldengo because I kind of played bad. And then it just kind of trotted along. I don't know. I always do like mid with Dragapult. I don't really understand why. Ended on 332, which meant 408. I don't think I got points for that. And yeah, so at this point, I'm very much like done with the season, or like mentally at least. I'm trying to be like, okay, I'm not going to Seville. Seville is the one in April. It's very expensive. I don't want to go to Spain because it's also special. Because it is so expensive, so it's kind of yeah. So I didn't want to do that one. Also, I want to give myself a little break because I did Stockholm, and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, didn't do that one, and I'm pretty much done with the season. And then Utrecht comes.
And we're on to Utrecht. So for this one, Mirdo played Goldengo Dragapult.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we're still on Dragapult. But we are now
start of the Goldengo. Start of the Goldengo arc.
Yeah, start of the Goldingus. Yeah, so basically the situation is I'm like, okay, if I manage a top 16 and then finish out my cups, I think I'm in for Worlds. And instead of like not really, like instead of kind of resigning and being like, that's not going to happen, I'm like, okay, let's try. So I do. And I get like a little coaching before I try to log in as best as I can. Also spent some time with someone else for the week with a friend of mine. It was really good as well. And then the tournament starts and it goes pretty well. I lose the first round pretty closely against the Dragapult player. Then win 4 in a row, which, you know, that's good.
Oh,
then unfortunately...
you won against Slowking there, so I assume you cheated.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
No, the deck is garbage, especially at this point. But yeah, the guy was nice. But yeah, also again another like Pokedad person. So yeah, pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah, then I tie against the Dragapult. I don't really much remember about that, but I think I could have won that, so that's a bit unfortunate. Then I lose against Zoroark with the fire guy. I forgot what it's called. Mantan, which is a pretty bad matchup at that point. And yeah, so I'm now 5-1. No, 4-1. So yeah, I have won it in on the last round. Also in the 7th round, I play against David Recepka, who's really, really good. So I don't mind, and I know the guy as well. Pretty cool, pretty good dude. We do like the nod when we see each other, and like you know. Yeah. So and then I ran into the worst matchup I can have that week, that weekend, which I managed to dodge all weekend, which is Raging Bolt, and they completely bricked twice, and I just beat them in 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm in day 2 now. That's crazy. Yeah. So managed day 2. And then the day 2 is also quite interesting because I started with 6-1. I basically need all 4 wins to make it into the top 16 that I'm planning to do. Unfortunately, there's no money involved in this because it's a special. And yeah, but yeah, I win the first round, win the second round, and so does my friend Marius, who also made it in day 2 with Raging Bolt.
Shout out, my friend.
Shout out my friend Marius. And then we meet each other in round 11 even. And he is an absolute champion and says, okay, because I still have the chance for the points and for Worlds, he's giving me the round. And that was insane of him to do. And I'm very, very thankful. And I shared with him one of my 2 displays. And in the last round, I have an incredibly intense game against Dragapult because at this point we are also thinking that maybe the winner has a chance for ASIM, which turns out to be almost true. Yeah, so we play. I clutched the win out, and I actually won every round in day 2. So I go at 9-1, and I unfortunately am not on the bubble for top 8. I think it's the bubble for 9th, basically. And it goes all the way down to 18th, which is where I land, unfortunately. I had the worst tiebreaker. I'm pretty sure it went up to 9th. But yeah, I unfortunately miss both ASIM and also top 16, which really sucked. I mean, it did and it didn't, because it's like, it was very much an, okay, I can have a result like this, but also takes off the pressure of having to go to Worlds and also doing the cups and everything, all that stuff, because I can't attend Bologna. Yeah, so that was a weird, because it kind of takes the edge off and gives me something without. It was a really weird one, but it was also like, oh, I got so close, because I got so close to it. It's like, come on. So but yeah, with top 32, I get to.
Oh my god, Mirdo!
I get 2 displays. But I don't get the points for Worlds.
Yeah. So May for me, I actually did have something happen. I played Raging Bolt to a cup. I got top 4 with it, which is pretty good. I played literally 6 matches or 6 games of it on live the night before and went, yeah, this list will do. And took it to the cup. Ended up getting to top 4, which is pretty good. Lost to Dragapult Dusknoir, I think it was. I just struggled against that matchup. I still maintain that that's a crap matchup for Raging Bolt. Some people will argue, but I think it's really good. And then, yeah, Mirdo, unless you've got anything, I've got something in July, and then I don't know if there's anything for August, but then we got September.
I mean, your personal change is happening soon, right?
That's July.
Around this time? I see. Yeah, so with Utrecht, my season's basically over. I still attend a couple of cups that are funny. For example, the one that Nico won that we went to with like 6 players or something like that. Where me and another friend go into town, go back, see him play the final, and find a card on the floor, and we're like, hey, is this yours opponent? And he's like, oh yeah. So that was interesting. So that basically turned the best of 3 around for Nico, so that was funny.
Snitches.
Obviously we didn't do anything. Literally, it didn't even cross my mind that it could have been one of theirs. I just was like, oh, did somebody like previously who played forget this card?
Okay.
And then we realized, oh no, it's his card. Like, oh fuck. It didn't even cross my mind at that point. But yeah, yeah, that was a funny one. But yeah, it was a weird time, because I got so close, and then it didn't happen, and then I kind of took the time off. I obviously played still locals and all that stuff. That was also the first time where so basically in August, usually I traveled with my family to see family, further more family, to see even more family. And it was the first time where I didn't do that, and decided to kind of have my own travel. So I took like a summer holiday. I kind of went places on my own accord. Met my friends. Slept over at a couple of them. Did this, did that, and it felt definitely much better as a holiday. I don't know why. I mean, I probably know why, but like, it's not necessarily like I have a really good relationship with my parents, and all that is fun. But it's definitely different if, like, you know, they're always there and you have to like adjust to them, or like adjust to anyone really.
Yeah, it's why I always struggle whenever, you know, I love my dad, but like whenever it's suggested that we like go on holiday together, it's just like, but I want my own space, especially when I'm on holiday. Like, I want to go do my own thing. So yeah, I get it.
I definitely noticed with growing up, like one of the main things that I'm noticing now that I'm finally growing up is that like freedom and like how to take time off is a really weird one. Like how to relax and how to recharge actually is really hard to figure out for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not necessarily talking about holidays, like also holidays, but like I'm talking generally like, okay, I get home, I want to do things, but I do not have energy. I now feel bad because I did not do the things.
Yep.
Why am I exhausted? Why am I even more exhausted now than I was the day before? Because maybe I'm not relaxing properly. So yeah, finding a balance of that is so difficult, and I think I'm finally like slowly getting to a point where I'm maybe figuring it out and maybe figuring myself out. Around this time, I don't quite remember when I did, but it might have been this summer, maybe a bit later. I started going to therapy as well. We're now talking about a lot of it is like my ADHD, also some other stuff I'm dealing with, obviously. And we are currently also talking about going onto medication for ADHD. So that might happen next year, so that's exciting. So yeah, a lot of personal change. I don't know. I kind of start to grow up a little bit. Obviously, me making it official with my partner also happens soon. I believe that. Oh God, I'm so bad with dates, but I think it was in October, maybe September. I should know this. It wasn't that long ago. But, sorry, babe. Shout out.
Before we get September, though, Mirdo, we have July. Yeah. Speaking of growing up and becoming an adult, that's when we find out that me and my partner are pregnant. And
I thought. Didn't the job change happen before that?
Oh my God, yeah. No, it's no.
Yeah, that was what I was referring to.
No. July was like both. So I might have been like late June actually. But anyway, I did the count back, and yeah, we would have known by July, I think. Anyway, point is, so we're now 6 months. Yeah, 6 months pregnant, and that's cool as hell. And that all kicked off in July. July was also when I started my new job. I quit my full-time job. Kay is smiling at me. Quit my full-time job to become it was going to be either a carpenter or a dog walker. Turns out it was dog walker. I thought we started this with the whole thing of being like, oh yeah, we're going to be like, Liam's going to have loads of free time to get stuff done around the house, become a bit more of a house husbandy kind of guy, do some dog walking on site. The dog walking became a full-time job almost like immediately. It took like about a month and a half, 2 months before almost every day I'm like walking. It started off with doing at least 3 walks every day. I'm now on, other than Thursdays, I'm on at least 5 every day. It's mad, but like it's good. It's been a really fun job, and I went from like doing 6,000 steps a day at most to like anywhere between 16 and 25,000 steps a day.
Damn,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's made...
Also, you don't hate yourself as much.
I don't hate myself as much, and I'm also like losing weight, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, do you? Are you?
Yeah, man.
I never asked how your body is doing. Actually, yeah.
you shouldn't ask those questions, Mirdo.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I also started the gym, and I haven't done it for a month, but I am starting it, and I want to. I actually really enjoy it, but I just keep getting sick. So I'm like, oh, should I go back to the gym or will I die?
I'm getting sick from going to the gym, but I want to go to the gym.
No. I'm getting sick separately because I'm at so many tournaments. I did 8 majors this year.
You're an insane person. Anyway, so yes, pregnancy, new job. That's very cool. And now we're into. Did anything happen? August for me. I did my first cup in since May that I didn't even want to go to. And I did 2 rounds playing like Future Box or something like that, and then went, oh, this sucks. Dropped out and had Taco Bell instead. And at that point, I was almost like, am I ever going to play Pokemon again? Because I did not enjoy it. And then Frankfurt, Mirdo, in September.
Yeah,
so Frankfurt. So with the pregnancy news, we kind of, like I said, we knew there was potential until we had confirmation. It was kind of like the season's still on, but we don't know. Basically, it came down to because of the pregnancy and focusing on money and that and stuff like that, like way more important stuff. We ended up. I only ended up doing 2 tournaments, or going to be doing 2 tournaments. So Frankfurt was my birthday, my literal birthday weekend, September 13th. But chat, if you don't already know that, put it in your calendar. And I was like, well, I'm playing for fun completely. Like, there's no way I'm going to take this seriously at all. So I took Raging Bolt because it was still okay back then. Ended up going 3-2-3, which unironically was my best score in over a year's time. It got me 20 points. I got no championship points at all last season from majors. Yeah. All of my points were from locals, cups and challenges, and I still made Ace Trainer. If I can do it, you can too. But yeah, it was really weird because I went tie, win, tie, loss, win, loss, win. It was a bit of a weird one. I was really hoping we'd get the 404 into day 2, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, no matches really to highlight at all. I played a Blaziken player. It says Blaziken. It was actually Bento Box. For those who don't know, Tatsugiri EX has an attack that lets you like put as many Pokemon as you find in X amount of cards, including Evolutions, straight onto your bench. They didn't get it off a single time. Just like, it was basically a double donk. It was very sad. But yeah, no big major matches to talk about. I lost to a Dragon Ball Dust Noir player who, is it Yoa Wegner?
Oh, Yoa Wegner, yeah. He's very good,
who at the time was like #1 in German as well, Germany.
Yeah, 1 point ahead of me.
So yeah, I lost to them, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. It is what it is. So, but no, I had a really good time playing the deck, and yeah, I did. I mean, nothing really to report. Frankfurt was fun, really enjoyed it. We had takeaway from a place that did like a chicken bowl with like loads of extra stuff you could have in it. That was amazing. There's mango sauce. Cinema, absolute cinema.
We also went to an Italian, and you were so tired.
Mate, I hadn't done a regional obviously for a long time, and I did all of the rounds. And by the time we got to the food, I think it was about 8 o'clock at night, and I was just drained. Yeah. Like Mirdo and I were just messaging each other under the table basically because I was just so tired I couldn't even.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Liam, but I was like, okay, I'm noticing that he's very out of it. So I'm messaging. I'm like, hey, UK buddy, sport. Yeah, I just kind of checked in on him a little bit, and then he warmed up a little bit.
If I had any hair, you'd have tousled my hair.
Yes.
All right, Mirdo, how was your Frankfurt? I have it up now.
Yeah, so before Frankfurt, actually. So season starts obviously in August or July, I guess. And my early season is really, really good because I win 3 cups, not in a row, but pretty much. I managed to win 3 cups quite quickly. I think 2 in a row and then like 1 after. One of the cups, and then I go also when I was on my travel in August. Actually, I forgot to mention that because that was all August.
Sorry, I skipped August.
Late July and August. Yeah. So when I was on my travel, I actually also played a cup in Rostock in the north, up at the Baltic. I met a couple of cool guys there, and I think I got top 4 there as well. So basically, what I have into Frankfurt is 3 wins and a top 4. So I am very high up in Germany. Because that obviously there wasn't any majors yet, so I think I'm second, right behind Joa. At the time, I think 1 or 2 points behind. That was a bit annoying, but whatever.
You were #1 for a minute, weren't you?
Yeah, I was #1 for a little bit. Obviously didn't mean that much, but it was cool.
Still fun to have though. Cool. It's a good screenshot.
Yeah, very good screenshot. Yeah. I'm gonna scroll back to see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, it's yeah. So I go into Frankfurt. For all the cups I won, I played Goldengo with Typhlosion, Ethan's Typhlosion, which just a lot of people just didn't expect at the time. Obviously good into other Goldengos, and it worked well into a lot of other decks as well. So yeah, it just was pretty good. Also pretty good into makes the Bolt matchup much better as well. But I decide, because I then at the cups leading up to Frankfurt, I notice, it's not that good anymore. It's not that great in the Guardi. But it's basically what I said earlier, where it's really, really good into a couple of matchups, but it makes the cross spread much worse into everything else. So yeah. Oh yeah, I found it. If you
do I need to vamp?
Nah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I decided to go with Goldengo Joltik instead into Frankfurt, because that felt like it has pretty good spread into everything. It has the explosiveness of Joltik box, but also packs a big punch with the Goldengo, pretty much able to take out anything. And it starts pretty annoying because this is the first tournament with the new timeout rule. And in the first round as well, in the very first round, I don't get the win because of the new time rule. If I had 1 more turn, I would have won it, but I didn't. So I'm annoyed. Then the tournament goes on pretty normal. I unfortunately in round 3 get hit with Typhlosion, and even with the Joltik build, that you just kind of lose that if they don't have problems setting up, which is the biggest issue with Typhlosion. but yeah, didn't have that. Then I lost a mirror match, which was very annoying, and round 6 kind of broke me because I think I would have had a pretty good setup if they didn't Badoo lock me, but then I just don't drawn out. I think they are able to basically set up so they can take everything with Dragapult, like take my entire board, because the only issue is that I'm stuck in the active with, I think, Iron Hands, and everything else I could have played Joltik, I could have set it up and started attacking and take prize cards and all that jazz with Iron Hands like immediately. All I was missing was a retreat, and as soon as I take that out, my top deck is Latias. And I am just so broken. Yeah, I could have won that.
Remember you messaging me about that, and I was like, oh, boy, that sucks.
Yeah. So, yeah, at that point, I'm eliminated from day 2, unfortunately. I win the last 2 rounds at the very least, so I go out 4-3-1. I think I get 20 points as well, but yeah, it's just kind of annoying. I think Marius also like there's a couple of people. No, Marius made it day 2. Lara lost their day. Lost their win at him, which was really unfortunate because I think they had like 2 or 3 win-ins as well. They were quite distraught at the point. But I mean, it at least gets better at the end of the season. But yeah, at the end of the year. But like, yeah, that was a bit hard to take. Marius actually did a really cute thing. I'm just gonna shout this out because it was really because I think it's a thing to just kind of keep in mind with your friends because I think Lara mentioned it before that they wanted to get like some chocolate or whatever, and because Marius just sneaked away, and because she was so down, he actually got her like a bar of chocolate, just as a little pick me up. So yeah, that was really nice. Really cool little gesture. I think we should like give each other more gifts, like as friends. I agree. That's a cool thing. But Frankfurt was a fun one because I stayed with we had a big house with Julian, stayed with a bunch of friends there, slept over on shitty mattresses. It was good. good time.
On to October for Lille, Mirdo. Speaking of bad results and 2
Welcome to the deck crisis zone.
Mirdo hit up Chen Pao Baxcalibur. Does that ring a bell to anybody?
Hey, we're so back, baby.
We're not, because where's Bibarel, Mirdo? Where's Bibarel?
Yeah, where's Kyogre? Where's all the good attackers? Where's Irida? Where's everything? My God, I miss her. But yeah, so basically, I am the big deck crisis boy at this point. I have no idea what I want to play. Everything feels terrible. And I see, like a couple of weeks before, I even tweeted about this. I tweeted, why would you post this 2 weeks before Lille? Because somebody posted a very promising list with the Surfing Beach, Champo, Baxcalibur. And it's so fun. It's such a fun list. It's so fun. And it works pretty well. So I was like really back and forth on what to play. So I decided, just because I was so unhappy with myself, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to pick it. And maybe it'll go somewhere because it has a couple of good matchups. So like whatever. So yeah, I picked Champao. And honestly, it doesn't start too bad. Like I get a tie against Grimmsnarl, which isn't a great matchup. Lost against an Archaludon, which who would expect that? Managed to win against the Cerulege and tied against the Miraidon, which was also, I think, really tight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's the Manectric deck, actually. That's the Manectric deck. Yeah, so that was... Yep. I almost won against the Manectric, because turns out Champao can't attack into the Mega Manectric, but Baxcalibur can, and the 2-shots. And yeah, so that's cool. Or does it 3-shot? I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, it has a pretty good trade into it at very least. So yeah, that was cool. And then I win against Ho-Oh-Box, and then I unfortunately, so I'm still in it. I'm 2-1-2, so I only need to win out, and I still can make day 2. And unfortunately, I lose 3 in a row. Remember this spot because it'll come up. The 6th round was very heartbreaking because basically we said we'll do Gentlemen's because, like, if you lose, you're out. It was a Gardevoir with Jellicent, and basically I win if I find out to energy. And so we do the thing where we just kind of keep playing, and then I look if I hit it or not. And I didn't, so I gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that sucked. But yeah, I wanted him to have the opportunity to maybe keep going. Then I just lost against Gardevoir again, and then played against another Grimmsnarl, and my deck just kind of kaboomed on itself, and I got really tilted and really annoyed, and yeah, like just a lot of negative emotions at once just kind of came crashing down. It really sucked. And I was like, oh yay, another tournament the next week in Poland. Oh, goody.
Into November.
Yep.
And we are on Dragapult Dust Noir.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I know. It's my birthday that week. In between the tournaments, it's my birthday.
Jamming Tower. Jamming Tower sighted. There's a Jamming Tower in this deck list, Mirdo.
Oh yeah. I play Jamming Tower for Gardevoir.
Yeah, but that's the name of this podcast, Mirdo. That's why I'm mentioning it. God's sake.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I'm at this point. I'm also like thinking about changing jobs. I will probably in 2026.
Tune in this time next year for the podcast.
I will, at least I'm very much looking to change the job. Yeah, so Gdansk, I'm like, okay, what do I do? I think, so I meet Lucas Jude. I think that's how I pronounce it. I hope that's how I pronounce it.
At this stage, it's like my friend Marius. It's like his name is Jude. I think that's how you pronounce it.
But yeah, so I meet him actually at the train station in Lille, at the platform, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I played Dragapult, but I'm probably going to play Gardevoir next week." And I'm like, "Oh, can you send me the list? That sounds, I want to have a look at it." So he DMs me the list, and I'm like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm going to play this." And then I had the day off for my birthday, went for a league challenge, played it for 4 rounds. I think there was best of 1 as well because it was like a 6 p.m. challenge. So I played it there. It was like, oh, this feels good. So I'm going to take it to the regional. So I did. Yeah, so I played Dragapult to the regional as well. And it started pretty well, honestly. I went 4-1, lost to a very nice Swedish guy in round 3. But everything else went pretty smooth. The Goldengo in round 3 just kind of ran me over. And then I unfortunately lose to Gardevoir, which is a pretty unfortunate matchup, or at least it can be. And then I hit, unfortunately, my roommate, or like my roomie, Antonio, who we shared a Airbnb with, who's on maybe the worst matchup, Absol with Kangaskhan, Absol box. At this point, probably the worst matchup. Especially because like he plays the Psyduck, he plays all kinds of stuff that I don't want to see. And basically we decide, okay, we're both 4-2. Do we ID or do we play out? And I'm very much wanting to ID, but he's like, okay, I have a really good matchup here, and if I win, like at least one of us goes through. Spoiler alert, not really. So it's like it's that kind of thing. And I'm decide, okay, if one of us 2-0s, they gonna have to win. If one of us, if it goes 1-1, we're just gonna ID. Basically don't play game 3, pretty much. Not like we're gonna have time to play a game 3 in that matchup, but like theoretically. Yes, unfortunately he quite destroys me. I'm out again. And then I can't even go for 5-3, which would have been pretty good points, I think. Because I then lose again against, I think, another Goldengo. I just kind of get run, or was that was Sablage. Yeah, I lost against Sablage. Get run over again, and I lost the last 3 rounds in the tournament again. And the kicker is not even Antonio also doesn't go through because he then hits Stefan Ivanov. Who doesn't want to ID, so he loses against Stefan Ivanov, so neither of us are in, so that's great.
Awesome.
So in hindsight, we should have ID'd. in pre-site, I get why we didn't. But yeah,
there is a rule that a mate of mine has, and I do subscribe to this, especially for trying to go for my first day 2. It's like, if you ever make it on 5-0, 5 in a row, or 5 wins in a row, you ID straight away. Like, don't even wait for the last round. Just ID, because it does not matter what happens to the last 2 rounds at that point.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it. Like, if I'm on 5, I don't ID right away.
I would, but that's literally because I want to make day 2.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But I don't think you'll find somebody who does it with you, but yeah.
Oh, now I've got
because you expect labs. But yeah. So that was another heavy blow. It's regional, like locals is going incredibly well, but like all the majors are just not clicking for some reason. That's very indicative in Stuttgart when we get to that.
I have it ready for you. All
right.
End of November. In next day's December. We don't really have much for December, really, because we're currently in that month. Actually, I do technically have stuff for December. But anyway, Mirdo is into Stuttgart now at the end of November, and we are back on Goldengo Lunatone.
Yeah, so this year was really cool because we had Frankfurt and Stuttgart, and I pretty much live like dead center between the two, so that's really cool for me. Pretty much two home regionals, kind of. And I go on to Goldengo Lunatone. I win a cup with it the week before, and I think I have a pretty fun list for it. I think I add the Crispin the day before, but everything else pretty much the same list. And it goes pretty well in the beginning. So I start 4 now, which is amazing. I don't think I've ever done that before. Then I quite unfortunately tie against an Absol box. Like, it was a really hard battle. We just kind of... but yeah, unfortunately it was a tie. So I'm 4-0-1. I'm feeling pretty good because I'm like, okay, I just need a win. Just one win. Play against Haruto Yasuda, a Japanese player who's also on Goldengo with stones. They unfortunately beat me. Basically, I Iono'd them because I played a 1 Iono. They hit what they need, unfortunately, and I would have won the next turn if it would have just stuck, but it didn't. Then I just kind of get run over 2 times by Zard and by Gardi. So again, I lose 3 in a row for regional, and my 4-0-1 turns to 4-3-1, and I again miss day 2. And I think I do get 20 points, but at that point I'm just like so annoyed and distraught about it. I'm like, okay, I played 4 majors this year and I didn't get day 2 in any of them. I lost the last 3 rounds in 3 of them. What is going on? I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, season's almost over at this point because I didn't really score any major points. If Birmingham and USC go well, I might be able to come back, but at this point, that seems unlikely. I'm doing Birmingham. I did sign up for USC. We'll see where it goes. If not, then yeah. I mean, that's fine. I get it. Like, I'm not mad at it, but yeah. It's quite annoying.
Sorry, I've been messaging a friend of ours for a bit for next podcast. It's things are in motion, chat. You saw me looking like I was being ignorant. It wasn't. I was setting something up. Anyway, that takes us to December. Mirdo, I don't know if you've done anything in December. You did say to me you haven't done much since Stuttgart. I
haven't played the game at all.
Yeah. So I played a League Cup with Kanga Cones. Sorry, no, not Kanga Cones, because Cones wasn't out at the time. Kangaskhan before the ice creams came out and made top 8 at that, which felt pretty good. That was my first actual cup, I would like to say. First actual cup this season. Felt pretty good. They took it to a challenge. Didn't do as well, unfortunately. But again, that was pre-ice cream cones. So I've got a challenge and a cup this week. So when you hear this, hopefully the morning of Thursday, I've got a challenge in the evening and then a cup on Saturday. And then that'll be it for the year, I think. And I don't think I'll be doing much before Birmingham, unless anything pops up. I've not seen anything yet. But yeah, after Birmingham, that's gonna be it for me for the season. So Yeah, unless you've got anything else for December, Murdo, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I kind of just took the time off, honestly. I was like, I now have 4 cup wins, so I'm like, okay, I don't need to play locals as much. I mean, I play locals for fun mostly, obviously. I have 4 cup wins, I have 1 challenge win and 3 second places, so I'm pretty good on locals points. Mm-hmm. Just need the bloody mages to work.
I definitely want to aim for like trying to get to Ace Trainer again. I'm aware that like I'm kind of running out of time on that, and if I miss it, I miss it. Like this season isn't a real season for me in a lot of ways because obviously I've got much bigger priority going on. But yeah, I think I'll be quite appreciative of having that time out of the game again. Like I pseudo did this year anyway, but having it again to see rotation happen and then lose a load of decks that have been gatekeeping other decks for the last 2 years, basically. I think it's going to be quite interesting. So, yeah,
pretty happy to see Galdi go, definitely.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've been trying to focus more on myself. I've noticed how kind of exhausted I am a lot of the time. So, trying to sort that out. Trying to work on applications because, like I said, I want to change jobs in the next year. So we'll see how and where that all goes.
Okie dokie.
Really excited for the future.
Me too. Shout out to the future.
Shout out.
So we had a little bit of discussion about it, and we did have a few ideas for podcasts, but just unfortunately run out of time to actually get anything recorded. So we are going to be making this our last podcast of the year, then starting fresh again in the new year. We've got a couple of ideas for podcasts and potentially other videos as well that will be coming up as well. I might look at doing a Jamming Tower podcast YouTube channel as well, just to keep it all separate together. Keep it all in one place, basically. I just think that'd be a better resource for the people who just want to see Jamming Tower content and don't want to have to go through my terrible gameplay videos. The videos aren't terrible themselves, but the gameplay is. And, you know, depending on how you feel about watching people play things badly, you might not want to watch them. So, all that to say, if you want to see any gameplay and you would like your chance to VOD review somebody, hey, in my comments, go ahead. You're more than welcome to.
So, Liam.
Yes?
Breaking news from an hour ago. New League Cup Champions mat officially announced.
For
the new set.
You got a link for me?
Yes, I sent it to you on Discord.
No. Ooh, it's
a Charizard art.
Sorry, chat.
It's very cool.
You just lost Mirdo for a minute though. Or both of us really. Ooh, okay. I mean, it's no Venusaur, but that's pretty nice.
It's pretty cool.
I definitely like the way they've done Champion there, actually.
Yeah, that looks cool. I like that.
Just try and get that back better into
frame. Have they done that for the Mega Evolutions one? For the Venusaur?
Did the Venusaur look like that? I don't remember. I guess more focused on the art than the Champion part.
Let me have a look. No, not really. It's the same font, but it's not like doubled up like that.
Yeah, I quite like that.
It's pretty cool, yeah. I mean, the artwork's also incredible. It's the Charizard, so it's gonna do well. I also like that it's in the battle cage. They've been doing a lot with that for some reason, but yeah, it's in that cage thing.
The Rage Cage.
That one.
Yeah, I always call it Rage Cage. I know it's called Battle Cage, but
yeah, it's Kampfkäfig.
Kampfkäfig. Okay, well there we go then.
That's it.
All right, chat. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, do let us know in the comments, either on Spotify or YouTube. If there's anything you want to see us cover or talk about, etc., feel free to let us know as well. And yeah, other than that, have a great Christmas, have a great Festivus, have a great Hanukkah, have a great whatever you celebrate. Have a great time. If you don't celebrate, hey, I'm going to be here doing streams sometimes, so you can come hang out with me and tell us how terrible everything is, because things are kind of terrible, but also things are kind of cool and looking up, and I'm excited for the future, both in Pokemon and IRL. Anyway, enough being sappy. All the links are in the description below. Mirdo, sign us out.
So fun fact for all the people to the end, I'm wearing the same hoodie as last time.
He hasn't washed it in 2 weeks.
Nope.
Oh god.
Nope. This is my podcast hoodie.
I put on a nice Christmas jumper. I'm looking. It's quite a tight jumper as well. It really shows off the. Shows off my shoulders.
The gun show.
Not the gun show. I don't have visible muscles, but I clearly have muscles because of the dogs I wore.
Yeah, you're pretty strong.
I'm not kidding you. I know we're supposed to be signing out, but like the dogs are like resistance training for me.
Yeah.
Like I have a dog that pulls way too much every day now, and I'm literally there just like this, just like doing bicep curls with the lead as the dog's coming away from me. Like, it's so funny. My legs are just like, fine, but circulation's wonderful. Shoulders always been big. But yeah, the arms are getting worked out. It's so fun because I used to do a lot of lifting up and down onto workbenches, but now it's like I hold back dogs. Come on, dogs! Don't run away. I've got to keep doing this for the next 10 hours. Anyway, enough of that.
I'll wear my Christmas sweater for next podcast.
You know what? I'll also wear a Christmas one. I'll wear a winter jumper.
Let's go.
I've got three. I've got 3 Christmas jumpers. I'm sorry, Moy. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Cat.
You just remembered he needed to clean himself. Apparently. What do you want to?
Anyway,
do you want to sign us out?
Yes. No. Oh. You cat that? All right.
The silence is going to be so awkward for the podcast platform.
Yep.
All right, Morty, we'll let you go. And chat, we'll let you go. Thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great winter's break, and we will see you in January. Bye!
Goodbye.